Marty Robbins. Never heard of him. Never heard of Marty Robbins, but really, really excited. Good amount of people requested this, so I'm assuming it's something fire. This is the song is called El Paso. Only El Paso I know is Texas, the city in Texas. So really excited to find out what it's all about. Now, based off of the picture that I saw, he's a guy in a cowboy hat. So I'm thinking this is like, it gotta be country, right? I'm just thinking cowboy hat, a song about El Paso, Texas. I'm assuming this has something. It's country music. That's what I'm assuming. But let's find out. Let's do some quick research before we get into this. And we'll get we'll get the show rolling. So he was an American singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and NASCAR racing driver. Oh, wow, okay. Robbins was one of the most popular and successful country western singers. So we got that answer. For most of nearly 4 decades, which spanned from the late 1940s to the early 1980s. He was also an early outlaw country pioneer. Outlaw country. Oh, a subgenre of country music. Okay. Gotcha. He taught himself guitar while serving in the U.S. Navy during World War II. Oh, wow, he's a serviceman, too. And subsequently drew fame performing in clubs in and around his hometown. 1952, he released his first #1 country song, I'll Go On Alone. 4 years later, he had his second #1 singing the blues. And then another year later, he released 2 more #1 hits. Okay. In 1959, he released his signature song, El Paso. So this is his signature song. 1959, and he won the Grammy Award for Best Country and Western Recording. Oh, wow. So we're listening to a Grammy Award winning song off the rip. He was in a couple of movies. He was in a couple of Clint Eastwood movies. He recorded more than 500 songs and 60 albums. Jeez. Won 2 Grammys, elected into the Country Music Hall of Fame and Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame. In the 1960s, he was named Artist of the Decade by the Academy of Country Music. Oh, legend. That's what we were acting. We're reacting to a legend. Gotcha. That's all I needed to know. And we already know this is his signature song. They didn't say this was a #1. They just said it was a signature song. So, but if it's a signature, it must be a reason why. So let's find out. El Paso, Marty Robbins.
Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. Nighttime would find me in Rose's cantina. Music would play and Felina would whirl. Blacker than night were the eyes of Felina, wicked and evil while casting a spell. My love was deep for this Mexican maiden. I was in love, but in vain I could tell. One night a wild young cowboy came in, wild as the West Texas wind. Dashing dashing and daring, a drink he was sharing with wicked Felina, the girl that I love. So in anger I challenged his right for the love of this maiden. Down went his hand for the gun that he wore. My challenge was answered in less than a heartbeat. The handsome young stranger lay dead on the floor. Out through the back door of roses I ran, out where the horses were tied. I caught a good one, it looked like it could run. Up on its back and away I did ride, just as fast as I could from the West Texas town of El Paso out to the badlands of New Mexico.
Now, I'm gonna hope Marty's not talking about a real... I'm gonna hope Marty's not talking about something that really happened here. And I definitely will hope he's not talking about a real life experience that he went through. Because he's essentially, while he did it in a very poetic way, he did not flat out say that. Well, no, he actually did. He was very descriptive. He said he took the gun and killed them, and then ran out of the bar into the fields where the horses were tied up, and then rode the horse down to New Mexico. I mean, a lot of times we talk about how this younger generation of hip-hop artists, how they try to keep it too real and literally tell line by line. They explain their crimes in their music, right? And then wonder why they get locked up and go to prison. I'm going to assume Marty isn't talking about a real-life experience. But this is one hell of a story. Hell of a story.
Back in El Paso, my life would be worthless. Everything's gone in life, nothing is left. It's been so long since I've seen the young maiden. My love is stronger than my fear of death. I saddled up and away I did go, riding alone in the dark. Maybe tomorrow a bullet may find me. Tonight nothing's worse than this pain in my heart. And at last here I am on the hill overlooking El Paso. I can see Rosa's cantina below. My love is strong and it pushes me onward. Down off the hill to Felina I go. Off to my right I see 5 mounted cowboys. Off to my left, right, a dozen or more. Shouting and shooting, I can't let them catch me. I have to make it to Rose's back door. Something is dreadfully wrong, for I feel a deep burning pain in my side. Though I am trying to stay in the saddle, I'm getting weary, unable to ride. But my love for Felina is strong, and I rise where I've fallen. Though I am weary, I can't stop to rest.
Damn, he got shot. No, Marty. I tell you what, boy, this is your typical, this is the cowboy version of, I was about to say Romeo and Juliet, but no, that's not a good example. But, boy, I mean, to be so in love with a woman that you literally kill somebody, go on the run, you know they're looking for you, both bounty hunters, police, etc., and you go back into the area that you just escaped. Like, you literally got away with it. You should just run off and start a new life, because in this town, you're a dead man. And because his love for this woman was so strong, he went back. And now he's getting shot. Marty, what?
See the white puff of smoke from the rifle. I feel the bullet go deep in my chest. From out of nowhere, Felina has found me, kissing my cheek as she kneels by my side. Cradled by two loving arms that I'll die for. One little kiss and Felina, goodbye.
Damn. I hope it was worth it, Marty. I hope it was worth it. And I love how it faded out at the end. Like, it was almost as if, like, that was like a audible portrayal of what happened. Like, she's literally holding him, and he's holding on for dear life. She gives him the kiss, and then, oh, right by my side, and then that's kind of him drifting off into his death, like that. Wow. Okay, well, it appears that this is on an album called Gunfighter Ballads, so I should be surprised, right? It seems like this is what he does. This is what he talks about. He has an entire album, I guess, poeticizing the cowboy lifestyle, which is really, really funny, because that's just funny. I'm thinking about it in hip hop terms, and that's why it's funny to me, because it's like I'm visualizing what he's saying, and like it sounds so hip hop, but again, it's country western and about a country lifestyle. But that's so funny. So it's a western ballad, written and recorded by Marty. First released on Gunfighter Ballads and Trail Songs. In September 1959, it was released as a single the following month and became a major hit on both the country and pop music charts, becoming the first number one hit of the 1960s on both. Wow. It won the Grammy in '61. It is widely considered a genre classic for its gripping narrative, which ends in the death of its protagonist, its shift from past to present tense, haunting memories by vocalist Bobby Sykes and Jim Glaser, and the eloquent and varied Spanish guitar accompaniment, I never know how to say that word, by Grady Martin. The name of the character Felina was based upon a schoolmate of Robbins in the 5th grade, Fidelina Martinez. Wow. Oh, he was on Columbia Records. I didn't even think to find out what labels he was on. Damn. Well, again, I hope Marty wasn't talking about a real life experience. So we know that the girl is inspired by a real life person, which is really cool. But yeah, that was so, and I talk about it all the time, how country music, outside of early hip hop, it's very story driven. Like, they literally tell stories. Most country songs that I reacted to, they really tell a story, and I really, really like that aspect of country music, because I'm able to visualize everything and kind of play out a movie in my head of the words that they say. And especially right here, because Marty was very descriptive. He left very little to the imagination. Like he literally held your hand and walked you through this story. He explained how the roses looked. He told you where he ran. He told you, he was very descriptive in his storytelling, which again, I really, really enjoyed. And it kind of, while this was country music, it sounded like it could have been like Elvis pop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it sounded kind of Elvis-y in a way. And not just his voice, but like just in general, like the song. So that was really kind of interesting as well. Like I've never heard a voice, country that way, you know. But I really, really enjoyed it. As for his vocal abilities, he didn't necessarily blow me away, but he had a very soothing voice. It's a very pleasing voice. And he didn't have like your typical country twang, right? Like he didn't have that country accent. Like he actually kind of sounded like Elvis, or like I'm trying to think of an example. But you know, he just didn't have that country accent that I've just grown accustomed to hearing anytime I hear country music. He didn't have that. But overall, I really, really enjoyed it, mainly because of the story. The story is crazy. And I'm going to assume, based off of the name of the album, that he has a whole album full of these songs. So I really want to hear them, because if they're anything like this story, boy, we're in for a treat, because these stories, that story was crazy. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I can't wait to hear more from Marty Robbins. I had a great time with this one. Great introduction song, and I can see why it's a signature. I can see why a lot of people like it. It's crazy, but it's good. I really, really enjoyed it. Y'all let me know what else from Marty Robbins I need to check out. I definitely enjoyed it. So let me know what else I need to check out. Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget that 75K giveaway. Until next time, with Marty Robbins. Peace.